Hello students, in our previous videos we have learnt about the types of government. So we will continue the topic, we will continue the lesson. So you can write in the same notes where you have written about the types of government. So now we will continue the lesson. You can write the heading, write the lesson name democracy. In the previous lesson we have learnt about the types of government and it will be continued. So you can write the heading democracy. So in our previous video what we have learned, some different types of government like monarchy, theocracy, dictatorship and democracy, right? Now here note down the points. You have your books and everything should be in front of you. So note down the points in the same lesson. So here in the democracy, monarchy, we have learnt about the monarchy briefly, right? Now monarchy, oligarchy, theocracy, we will take space for this. It's a C by Nana. Theocracy, monarchy, oligarchy, theocracy, dictatorship. So in the previous video already we have learnt about the monarchy, oligarchy, theocracy and dictatorship. And democracy also we have learnt. But here we are taking only these four. We are not saying about the democracy. Clear? So these monarchy, oligarchy, theocracy and dictatorship, these all types of governments it comes under totalitarian. What it is? Totalitarian government. So these four types of government comes under totalitarian government. So you have to remember the name. This all comes under the totalitarian government. These four. Why it comes in the totalitarian government? Because in these type of government, there is no public participation. That is the reason these all type of government comes under the totalitarian government. We are not taking democracy because in the democracy the only type of government where has a public participation. So in this totalitarian government regime, you can also write regime also, or regime means a group, right? In this type of governments will come. Clear? So now we'll know about the, so note down the points clearly. I give you time 1 minute. Whenever I am writing, you have to note down the points. Monarchy, oligarchy, theocracy, dictatorship, and you have to keep the arrow mark clearly. These all conditions under the totalitarian government regime. Clear? Not democracy. So now we'll learn about the democratic government. Now we'll learn about the democratic government. So now keep the heading democratic. So these topic will continue in your future classes also, 8, 9, 10 or if you go to the colleges, there also this type of, this is democratic today we will learn about the democratic government. So what is democracy? From where the democracy word came? How it was derived? Actually, democracy word. Okay. So democracy word came from democracy word ante padam. Democracy word came from Greek word. No, Greek. Mostly many words derived from the Greek words itself. Say in the same way, democracy also derived from the Greek, but came from the Greek. Democracy word came from Greek. Okay, Greek word. So in the Greek language, democracy means demokratos. What it is? Demokratos. So in the Greek they will say demokratos. In the Greek they will say demokratos. That means in the Greek language, demokratos means ruled by the common people. Ruled by the common people. You have to note each and every point. So in the Greek word, demokratos means ruled by the common people. That is the reason this word is changed into democracy. So democracy, the word came from the Greek word. Okay, Greek word demokratos. Demokratos ruled by the common people. So you have noted here. So now we'll know some more briefly about democracy and how it came. So now, former US President Abraham Lincoln. Everyone knows about the Abraham Lincoln. If not, try to find more about him also, that you can get beyond the subject. You will get knowledge beyond the subject. Okay. Abraham Lincoln, former US president, and once upon a time he is a US president. So in the year 1809 to 1865, note down the point, 1809 to 1865, 1809 to 1865. So 1809 to 1865, Abraham Lincoln defined government as a defined government in 1809 to 1865. He defined government, this democratic government defined as for the people, by the people, of the people. Of the people, you can say it as, it's a main word. In a short, we can say directly, of the people, by the people, for the people. It is also a short definition of the democracy. Clear? So he defined it as a of the people, people valla, and for the people. For the people ante people kosam, right? Where people only elect the representative. So he defined as, you have to note down this point clearly, of the people, by the people, for the people. You can say shortly meaning of the democracy. Clear? Of the people, by the people, for the people. Or public elect representative and they will rule, also you can say. Clear? Let me check the video once whether it is okay. Now so in our constitution, in the democracy constitution, constitution is written by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So that is the reason we will celebrate Public Day also. So constitution, in the 1950 constitution came into force, right? In the constitution it was clearly mentioned about some basic rights of human, basic rights of human, basic rights of human, or free fair election, free fair election, and many laws, many political laws also he made in that constitution. Okay, now slowly democracy is one of the world's largest, India is one of the world's largest democracy, and many countries are slowly, mostly many countries are monarchies or etc. Totally in a totalitarian there. Now many countries are slowly changing towards the democracy, Still there are some monarchy governments, but they are also changing little towards the democracy. Like for example, it's a constitutional democracy, constitutional monarchy. So in the past it is a complete monarchy where there is no, listen properly, in the past it's a complete monarchy in many countries. Now they are changing towards the democracy. So now the monarchy power is decreased. Here now you can say as a constitutional monarchy. What it is? Constitutional monarchy. So here you can see, we'll write about the constitutional monarchy separately. So these monarchies are changing. Now they are following the constitutional monarchies. Still they are following monarchies itself, but got many changes in that. Constitutional monarchies. Monarchies means where a king or queen or their family, hereditary family, they will rule. But here now it is changed to constitutional monarchies. That means here in these constitutional monarchies, families itself rule. That is same. But the parliament, elected parliament is there. You might have seen in England, a prince is there. Their family will only rule. But the members, you can see in the assembly, England assembly, there are many elected representatives in the parliament, right? So elected members elected members of parliament, not directly prime minister. These prime minister is hereditary itself. Here elected members of parliament lo unde members untaru kada, that members, elected parliament members have has all the power. You can write has all the power. So here the elected members in the parliament has all the power. So if they doesn't like these any prime minister of monarchy, they can elect another member from their family itself. Clear? Here we are changing, any person can be elected, but here in this family only, if the absolute majority, these elected members will not give support to the particular prime minister, then their family other member they will elect from their family. Clear? So here little change. Here got powers to the parliament members also, elected parliament members also. Now many countries change it to constitutional monarchies, slowly moving towards to the democracy. Clear? So now we have learned about the constitutional monarchies. Once again I will repeat, you have to focus. Constitutional monarchies means nothing but in the monarchy will be same, king or queen will rule, but in the parliament there are elected representatives. With the support of them only the person will rule. If they doesn't like and they will drop, they will not support them and the person will change, but again comes from the same family itself. That is a constitutional monarchy, where little power also came to the elected representative. Here now today we will learn about the in the previous class we discussed about the direct electing direct or indirect elections, direct elections or indirect elections. So that means direct elections or indirect not elections, it's a direct democracy or indirect democracy. So direct democracy, so you have to note down point this. I am writing big also. Here you can see here direct democracy. There are two types now. One is direct democracy and the second one is the indirect democracy, not monarchy. Okay, so direct democracy. So now first we will discuss about the direct democracy. So hundreds of years back, past many years back, people followed this direct democracy. That means some particular area or village or district or mandal, all the people have a participation. Each and every people has a participation, and everyone can stand as a representative, or anyone can stand as a representative, or everyone used to get assembled in a particular place. Andaru kalsi oka place ku vachavaru, all public, every people, right? All people used to get assembly in a one person. Now they used to elect a representative. Clear? All public participation is there. All people used to elect the representative, or they used to participate also. And some places they implemented public itself. So here there is complete power to the public, complete power in area wise. Clear? Complete power. Public has complete power. So In many places, what happened? These led, so public itself in particular areas, in their own villages, etc., etc., they made public made own laws. For example, now we can make laws. No, we cannot make laws. What is that? We will learn in a few minutes. So public made their own laws, their own rules or laws. In particular village, everywhere now public has complete power in the direct democracy. Public has complete power. So what they used to do? They used to do own laws. They used to make own laws and they used to implement that laws in every village. Because of that, there is a lot of disturbance between the cities, states, countries, and all the things. Now people found that it is not possible. It is not possible to follow a complete public participation. Because it will come a lot of confusion. It will not go in a systematic way. So people found that complete public participation, complete direct democracy is not possible. Everyone cannot stand in the elections and everyone cannot make their own laws, right? So now public know that we have to follow the indirect democracy. We have to follow the indirect democracy. We'll use another please. So direct democracy is completed. So now we will learn about the indirect democracy. So as now also we are following the indirect democracy itself. So here indirect democracy. Let me check the video once. Here indirect democracy. So what is this indirect democracy? So people found that it is hard to continue the direct democracy because of lot of confusion. So in the indirect democracy, people elect the representative this is E, okay, VE. People elect the representative and the representative take decisions. You have to note the points. Take decisions behalf of the public. So now people elected the one representative, as in your same like your class you elected some leader. In the same way people elected one representative. Now this representative will take decisions in the government behalf of the people, public, whatever the public requirement, based on that he will take decisions. Clear? And this for example MLA, we can say member of legislature, MLA or MP. We will elect the MLA and we will elect the MP also, right? And that MLA will support some particular candidate as a chief minister, right? Who rules the state. So these MLAs, our elected representatives, will on behalf of us, elect the chief minister. And these MPs, our elected representative MP, he will, these MPs, behalf of us, these MPs on public opinion, they will select some particular member as a prime minister. Clear? Now what we are following? MP elections, general elections, in every elections we will show the vote power, right? So the vote power is very important, where we can elect a good representative. Okay, that is the difference between the direct democracy and indirect democracy. After the class, you have to revise the direct democracy and indirect democracy difference. You have to find out the. You have to check the difference between the both of them. Clear? Now, every 5 years general elections will come. So now our constitution provided some fundamental rights. Fundamental rights. Have you listened? Fundamental rights, or we can say as a basic human rights. Basic human rights, or we can call it as also or we can call it as well fundamental rights. So our Constitution of India provided some fundamental rights to every citizen. Fundamental rights. Clear? So now what the its basic human rights or fundamental rights. Let it be keep same like that only. Don't rub it. Okay. Fundamental rights. Don't rub it. So fundamental. We can write here. I will write basic human rights. Basic human rights. So now we will learn about the basic human rights. So what is written in the Constitution and what are these basic human rights? It's a very important topic in our future. In every year it will use. Clear? It will be for lifetime up to the Constitution. So now, what are the basic human rights? So you can see here the first one. Note down the points. Some we have a basic human rights. The right to freedom of speech. The right to freedom of speech and action. The right to freedom of speech and action. So now what is this right to freedom of speech and action? So here freedom of speech. Freedom of speech means express. So people. So here people can write or express or say అయినా అనొచ్చు, express అయినా అనొచ్చు. Clear? People can write or say whatever they want to say. Whatever they want to say. So here no one should say what you must think. What you must think what you must think and what you not think, what you must think or not think. So this fundamental right, freedom of speech and action means we can express our feeling. Whatever we want to say, we can say either to the government or in any our views. We can express it, which are good views. Okay, we can express good views. There should be no unparliamentary language. Okay, we can express anything or we can write anything. And here, why these fundamental rights provided means no one has a right, no one. So when you are expressing according to your thinking or saying the views, no one should say what you must think. మీరు ఏం ఆలోచించాలి, no you should not say this, no you should not tell this, like that. No one should say what you must think or not think. Clear? You can express whatever you want to say or whatever you want to write. That is a freedom of speech and action. Once, let me check the time. Okay, now right to freedom of speech and action is over. That is the first right, fundamental right. Now we'll learn the second fundamental right. We'll learn the second fundamental right. That is right to equality. Right to, right here. Right to equality. It is a second fundamental right. Right to equality. So what is this right to equality? So it is nothing but all are equal. All are equal. All are equal. All are equal in the eyes of law. In the eyes, all are equal in the eyes of law. Let me check the video. Yeah, it is continuing. Okay, so all are equal in the eyes of law. Right to equality means everyone is equal in front of court. When you go to the justice, they will not see you whether you are a rich or poor. Our constitution is itself provided. You might rich or poor. You might related to some particular caste bias also there, right? So you might lower caste, higher caste. You might rich, poor, handicapped, or whatever it is. Whatever it is, rich, culture, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, whatever it is, all are equal. This constitution applies the same thing. All are equal. That is the reason all are equal in the eyes of law. Based on that only justice will come. All are equal in the eyes of law. There is no discrimination like rich, poor, etc. and many things. Clear? So this is right to equality. So now we'll go to the third one, that is right to information. Third one, we'll go to the third one, that is the right to freedom of religion. Third one, the right to freedom of religion. It's a third point, Nana. First completed, which we have already erased. This is the second one, and this third one. Okay, the right to freedom of religion. So here the right to freedom of religion. So citizens citizens can choose, citizens means public, citizens can choose their own religion, their own religion. Citizens can choose their own religion. And they can pray their religion, and they can practice, you can say, and they can practice, and they can practice it. They can practice, and they can practice in it to fit. Practice in it to fit. So here freedom of religion means citizen can choose any religion. It is not like you have to be in the same religion. You have to be in Hindu itself, and you should not be like don't choose any religion. You can choose own religion. You can pray to any god according to your wish. You can choose any religion, whatever you want to, whomever you want to follow, that religion you can choose, and you can practice that. That means you can learn from that religion. Clear? That is a freedom of religion. So that is our wish. So clear, we have learnt about the 3 basic human rights. తెలుగులో చెప్పాలంటే basic human rights ని మానవ హక్కులు అంటారు. You might have seen in the news, daily it will come, మానవ హక్కుల ఉల్లంఘన. For example, if they show caste discrimination, or if in case if any police, any wrong police, only wrong police does it injustice to the person, so these human rights will also enter and take the legal action. So now we'll learn about the right to information. So 3 is completed, right? So the 4th one, right to information. Write the heading, right to information. It's a very important right. Why? Because every right is important, but here many people are not using this right to information. So we have to know about it. In future we can also use the right to information about it. See the time. Okay, it's a lengthy video. Okay, no problem. So right to information means, so here we can apply a form. We can ask to the court through a legal paper. We can ask to the court information. For example, government is providing some developments in particular area or country or state, wherever it is. Clear? Providing something, and we need information about that, so we can ask, we elected them, right? So we can ask the information through courts. We can submit in a court that we need so and so information, all the details, account details or whatever details you have asked, that they should provide, the government should provide. So here people has a right to ask information. We can write it as a so each person has a, we can write here, each person has a right, each person has a right to know, each person has a right to know what is happening in the country. What is happening in the country or in the world also they can know by the International Court of Justice. Happening, right to know what is happening in the country. So when you provide details, when you are asking in the courts, then the government will give you clear information happening in the country or and world. Happening in the country or in the world. And the world. And the world. And the government should provide the information. For example, here beyond the topic, I'll say you some delicate issues will be there. Where if, for example, a scam is going on, some wrong things are going in the development. So that is a delicate matter. Delicate matter means very sensitive matter, where rich people or some money gambling like that will be there. There, if you ask about that details, it's a delicate matter, right? So there is a chance that some people will come and attack you, right? So what here government can do is you can ask information that this is a sensitive issue, so I need information fast. Then the government should provide you the information within 24 hours. Within 24 hours they should provide. In case of emergency information itself. Clear? If not, it's a normal information. The government will provide within a 1 month. Within a 1 month they will provide you the information. They will send a letter to you regarding the details. Clear? That is a right to information. Many people are not taking the information from the government, not applying for the right to information. Clear? Fourth is completed. Now we will learn about the fifth basic human rights. So you continue in the book in same way. Fifth one. What is the fifth one here? The right to travel and settle anywhere in the country. Here the right to travel and settle anywhere in the country. Anywhere in the country. In the question itself there is an answer. So you can the right to travel and settle anywhere in the country itself, in the country, right? If you want to go other countries, there is another process, passport and visa and etc. So now I am saying about the country. So here we can travel to any state or city or district or mandal, whatever it is, and you can settle anywhere. You can live in any place. You can live in Maharashtra, you can live in Kashmir, you can live in any place. You can settle there. That right we have. No one should stop us. You should not settle here and you should go to your hometown, right? For example, most of the people of Hyderabad came from some other places because they have a right to settle anywhere in India. Clear? So now, fifth fundamental right is over. Now, sixth fundamental right, sixth basic human right. Here you can write sixth basic human right. The right to associate. The right to associate. So what is this right to associate? Right to associate means you can form the organizations like so people can join in any organization in any organization according to their choice. According to their choice. So here people can join in any organization. Organization means a institution or political party or some many organizations or their charities, trusts, hundreds and thousands of organizations are there. There is no one should stop you that you should not join in this organization, right? According to the rules and everything, following the rules, you can join in any organization according to your choice. That is right to associate. Associate means to join. Clear? So now we will learn the seventh fundamental right. Seventh fundamental right, that is the right to assemble freely. The right, it's the seventh one, huh? The right to assemble freely. Hope you are seeing the words. Assemble, the right to assemble freely. These fundamental rights will come in every class now. In every class it will come. It will be for lifetime. So here right to assembly, the right to assemble, assemble. The right to assemble freely means you have a right to protest. You have to right to protest government actions. So people have right to protest government actions. Here I am writing, so you can continue here. Government actions. So now people have right to protest government actions. So here we elected the government, right? So when we elected, if some mistakes are going on, many protests you will see in you are seeing in the TVs. Some people are getting injustice. What they will do? Rallies, dharnas, strikes, etc. Right? That is called protest. Protest means questioning, doing the rallies, dharnas, etc. Clear? So here we elected representative, and if they implemented some bill or etc., and which people, if people doesn't like, then they can protest. They can protest against the government action, any action which is not good. Okay, clear? We have a right to protest. Okay, Nana. So in your next video we'll continue more depth. Clear? So you have to take the notes, write all the keywords, mainly hard words, and read the spellings, and each and every point you have to learn. Okay students, thank you. Today we have learnt about the democracy. Clear? Thank you.